It is here. Exploding ants are in the game. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. We are back with more Empires of the Undergrowth, checking out the new DLC. And honestly, this one, well, Firebreak is pretty easy. The other ones, no comment for now. The exploding termites are a bit more difficult than the exploding ants. Honestly, this level is pretty easy. I was able to beat it in my second attempt. And the first time it was just because I was snowballing way too slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a chamber full of workers first things first. And before I forget, we're going to disable autothesis, so that way our ants don't explode when we don't want them. Now at the beginning, you gotta be very careful and micro your workers so that way they don't get caught by the various citizens of the jungle. At least I think it's a jungle that is possibly on fire. And we're going to start getting just a few exploding ants so that way we have some sort of firepower. Our words will be backed with nuclear weapons. In essence, we're going to go full nuclear Gandhi on them. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Real quick, we're going to go underground and open up just a couple of chambers, because we can use those exploding ants to very good use. Just one explosion really does a lot of damage, especially since I think there's just one road beetle larva. Oh no, it's a velvet worm, which is more or less the same thing. Like, look how much damage that does. Easily allows you to start snowballing with a few ants, if you know where to place them. Now we're going to go up top, get this velvet worm also, because it's the exact same pocket, and that's a lot of food. Oh, I forgot to set them to explode. Whoopsie. By the way, can I just say, I love how the exploding ants, they raise their butts in the air. Wait, that one's not doing it. Yeah, see, like that. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Especially when they're exploding. Ha ha ha. Honestly, the exploding ants have a pretty good melee damage as is, so you don't really need them to explode. You just really want them to explode when they're dealing with large groups of enemies, aka the fire ants about to attack you. Now I'm going to try and clear out all the food right about this area as fast as possible because the fire ants will start challenging us for this. They will take out the leaf cutters for us, so we don't really have any reason to go challenge them ourselves. Yeah, see, they're able to take out the jumping spiders even without exploding. And just because those bush crickets can do a lot of damage, I decided to explode them there. Yeah, look, the fire ants are already starting to challenge us a bit. And boop, fire ants go bye-bye. Yeah, see, the fire ants have already taken out the northern colony. Now, there's no reason to go inside the leafcutter nests because there is no food in there, unfortunately. Trust me, I checked. Oh yeah, here's a big assault coming in. Now that we've got a full chamber of exploders, we can start making some of the majors. Looks like the leafcutters are helping us fend off the fire ant invasion, which is very nice of them. I appreciate that. Shame they're going to die. Yeah, here comes the fire ants, so we're going to explode because they're getting all grouped up. When there's a lot of them, that's when you want to explode. Boop. Honestly, the explosions are very satisfying. I honestly think the devs did a really good job with the exploding ants and the exploding termites. I think they found a good way of making each of them unique in their own way, high risk, high reward. I definitely prefer the exploding ants over the termites. While the fact that you have upgraded workers that are actually pretty good for combat is nice, they're pretty expensive. And honestly, the damage they do isn't that much, at least not how I play them. Yeah, leaf cutters help fight off the fire ant menace. I'm not going to get some extra nest workers to help make sure everything runs smoothly because we are going to need a lot of replacements once the fire ants start bearing down on us and fully focusing us. Okay, now that we've got enough food that we can finish off the chamber of majors, we're now going to mostly hold on to our food, okay? We want a decent stockpile in case the fire ants start bearing down on us, but honestly, the leaf cutters are doing a great job of holding them off. Like, to be real, I thought they would have collapsed by now. Now we're going to finish off gathering all the food in the north, and hopefully the fire ants will stay the hell away. Or the leaf cutters will take care of that. Either or. And we're going to start exploding our... I meant we're going to start upgrading our exploding soldiers. Going to try and get them to level 3 as soon as possible because that increases their speed. They turn into Kamikaze Sonic. Look, there's a level 3 right now. Look how fast he is. Or she is. Gotta go fast. Looks like the leaf cutters are actually... Oh, no, wait, they're harvesting. Never mind. Ooh, Ooh, I thought they were attacking me. Oh, but the fire ants are definitely attacking me. So we're going to hold out by our nest entrance since there's not too much food, really. I mean, I'd have to challenge the leaf cutters for it, and I don't overly want to do that right now. I prefer the fire ants to take the brunt of that. So what I will do is expand underground, at least a little bit. I'm going to turn on my explodey for just a little bit for some of those row beetles. Alright, well, since the leaf cutters seem to have abandoned the left side, we're going to go down here and see what we can harvest. Always make sure to have a healthy stockpile of food, just in case the fire ants decide to bear down on your nest 24/7 and you can't gather. Trust me, I almost lost because I did not have enough food for reinforcements, but I managed to pull through. There we go, we got a full chamber of explodey boys, girls, all the way to level 3, so that means they're going to be real fast and can get to where they need to explode the most. Next up, we're going to upgrade this worker chamber to level 3, and then we're going to do the majors. And since the fire ants are attacking, we're going to turn on our explosion real quick, but also we're going to hold off against them as best we can. I'm going to aim to keep at least 500 food in my stockpiles at all times. And since the leaf cutters are just doing a fantastic job of defending, I'm just going to go underground. Start harvesting some of that. I'm pretty sure my test run, the leaf cutters fell by now. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, I'm just going to enjoy it. Now, I'm betting some of you are wondering why I'm even bothering upgrading the workers. And the reason is because A, they're cheap, and B, because they make decent fighters once they're upgraded. I'm trying to lower the hatching cost because these workers can really drain your food because of how fast they die. Now, I'm sure there's some of you just saying, oh, don't use workers, and yeah, I could, but that's boring. This is how I want to play the level, damn it, and I'll play it however I like. Oh, and I just realized fire ants are invading. Explode! Oh, that's a small problem, but it'll be fine. A couple of explosions and we'll be fine. See? Nothing to worry about. You panicked for nothing. Gulp. Looks like my leaf cutters are going off to a different direction, so you know what? I'm just going to go out and harvest. Honestly, these leaf cutters are being a little too good at surviving, and it's kind of annoying me. You know what? We're going back underground. And since we've upgraded our workers to level 3, now we're going to try and do our major soldiers. We're just going to upgrade them enough where we can keep moving forward, but also keeping at least 500 food in our stockpiles just in case. Honestly, I'm not sure if 500 is too little or too much, but it's the amount I chose, so deal with it. It's the arbitrary bullshit number I chose. Looks like the fire ants are pushing their advance into the leaf cutters, so we're going to take advantage of this and try and push towards some of the food. Because remember, the leaf cutters are kind of our ally. So that's why I wasn't really fighting them, because the fire ants are our enemy. They are our #1 enemy. So the more we keep the leaf cutters alive, the less we'll have to deal with fire ants. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Sun Tzu. Maybe. Now we are engaging the fire ants just a little bit, trying to raid the food. Yeah, I can definitely say with full confidence that in my practice run, the leaf cutters did not survive this long. They will probably not survive this long in your game. Oh, they're dead. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, see what I mean? Food can go fast. I've tried to keep it at 500 and we've already lost about 250. And that is a perfect explosion opportunity. Oh, look at that. Bye-bye. By the way, if you do a quick little burst tap, it'll have just a few of the ants explode and not your entire army. Good for when you just need a quick burst. And I need all that food now. Oh, that's a lot of them. No exploders nearby. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Just boop, pop. Oh, look at the damage. Now that's a lot of damage. I'm going to show off the little pop. See, just a few of them explode. I have a bunch on the line, but only a few exploded. Oh, yes. Oh. The whole goal with this level is to starve out the fire ants. They are vigorous, and there's only so much food on the map, so eventually they will starve out. And since you're a human AI, and since you're a human player, you're a lot better at rationing food than the AI is. The AI, if it has a certain amount of food, it will always try and expand, which isn't exactly the wrong thing to do, but when food is limited, yeah, it kind of is wrong. Alright, you know what? We're going underground. We need to reserve some food, and we are running very low. In fact, I know there's a lot of food up here, so we're going to go up there and explode the adult velvet worms up there. Hold the line! Oh, we actually have 200. Not sure where all that food came from, but I'm not going to complain. But I am going to cause these velvet worms to die. There we go. Velvet worms have been taken care of. We did lose a fair bit of food in the assault, but it'll be worth it. And we are getting attacked by the fire ants now. Yeah, I know we're starving. We're losing a bit of food. We just need to take care of the intruders in our nest and we'll be fine. There we go. Now we got food once again. See, this is what I mean about building a stockpile. You'll burn through it fast, but so will they. And just like that, we brought ourselves back up to 500. And it looks like they're holding off on their assault for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and gather up all the food down here by where the leaf cutter queen was. And actually, while I'm on my way there, I'll show you there's no food inside the nest. Just so you know. Yeah, it looks like they're attacking my nest again. Come on, just give me the quick look. Oh! Oh, there is food in here. Oh, but it's despawning. That's why I thought there was no food in the north one, because I took forever when it died to investigate. Honestly, this little bridge right here is the prime location to hold the line so your ants can explode and do as much damage as possible. I wish they'd let up their assault so I can upgrade my last 2 majors into level 2. It irks me. For whatever reason, they seem to decide that workers are a good idea to send into the enemy nest. But I'm not going to complain because that's honestly a free kill, since workers are way weaker than the soldiers here. I was like, I need an exploder! I need a hero! Yeah, we're at the point where they're just going to continuously assault us, but they don't have the numbers in the grouped upness that they need to be to actually do a lot of damage. So we're able to still gather and be effective. And there's not much food left on the map, just saying. Unfortunately, if the ants are too fast to die, they will not be able to explode, which is big sad. Yeah, look, the fire ants know they don't have enough food to sustain their assault, so they're backing off and trying to gather what they can on the map. That's why they have so many workers out, because they just don't have the numbers of soldiers in order to gather effectively. And the good news is I have enough food! Huzzah! Oh, that is a lot of enemies at our gates, but we can just explode them for a little bit, and then we have nothing to worry about. I don't care how many times I see it, it is still satisfying seeing a giant group of fire ants just explode. Now there's a little bit of food left on the map, but we're going to go and try and take it, or at least as much as we can, so we can speed up the starving of the fire ants. And I've got enough food where I'm going to upgrade a number of the majors to level 3. They're starting to get to that point. Oh, yeah, they're going down there. Okay. What we're going to do is we're actually going to pull back to the nest, because they're going to send all their troops down here to gather, because that's the only source of food left on the map. Except we have some sources underground. So we're going to clean up our underground sections and then wait. Oh, looks like the large bush crickets have started to come out and play. Fun. Lovely. Some small explosions. Yeah, look at that. The fire ants are trying to attack us. Isn't that cute? And since all the enemy pockets are in the same exact location, we can just hold the nest entrance and keep opening it up at the same time. Yeah, that's right. I got a bush cricket as a pet. Back off. Oh, what's wrong, fire ants? You seem very confused. There's no more food left on the map. You made a horrible mistake. Aside from existing. Oh, there was only velvet worms in there? I was expecting road beetles. Oh. Oh, they found a praying mantis. Oh, that's not going to help them. Yeah, you can tell their numbers are starting to look pretty thin. And there we go. We've just finished upgrading all of our majors. One last chamber to open up. And then we'll have all the food gathered on this map. Then I think we can start challenging the fire ants, since there's actually a fair bit of food on the way to their nest from all the corpses. Like right there, there's about 100 or so food. And we've got 700 in store. Please, we got plenty. The fire ants, on the other hand, I don't think they have as much. In fact, I'm going to celebrate with some explosions. Oh, that just shredded them. Oh, that was so satisfying. And now to invade the enemy nest. We have 1,200 food. I think we'll be just fine. Although that praying mantis does not help things. I notice when they run out of food and they can't gather anymore, they just hang out around their nest entrance. It's almost like they're trying to scan for food, but they can't find it, so they just default to outside their nest. And man, there's a lot of things trying to kill me out here today. In fact, I'm going to turn on my explosions because, honestly, we can afford the food cost, and we got a lot of threats to take care of, so I think it's worth the cost. Oh, I didn't know the majors also raised their butts in the air. I thought it was just the explodey ones. And here we are, we can start seeing the inside of their nest, and yeah, they don't have much food. They have about 100 left, but that's going to slowly start chipping away as we start exploding on them. And the AI, unlike human players, don't think that, oh, I can upgrade my tiles to get back some food. Once a tile is placed, it is permanent for the AI. Yeah, look, they've only got a few troops left, so the end is near. Let's see their nest layout. They got a chamber of workers. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's just rude. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 full. I think this is supposed to be a full chamber, so 4, 1 small one, and maybe 5? Actually, no, it's not going to be a full one because it's got solid rock blocking it. So 2 small chambers and 4 giant ones. Maybe some more over here if it has enough food. But it does not have enough food. It is GG for this fire ant. And that is how you beat Firebreak on Impossible. Hope you enjoyed. You better subscribe if you did.